Alright, now I know I kind of screwed with you guys on the last episode, but do I really need an intro for this one? It's South Park, a show that's so infamous for its humor that it made the criticizers of Bart Simpson appreciate that little fucker that much more.
But you know what else is even more infamous about South Park to gamers? The original trilogy. You know, there's something to be said when the creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone bash these games. So what would your first thought be when developing a game based on South Park? Maybe a platformer? A party game? No, wait, I know, a shooter!
Yeah, shooter! No, that's one of the first things I would have thought of when making a game for South Park. What the fuck were they on? I don't know. I don't.
This is such a mindfuck for me. Out of all the possibilities, Acclaim decides to go with a first-person shooter. Okay, well, despite the concept being fucked, maybe this game isn't too bad. It's playable, I'll give it that. Now, you see, I kind of have an attachment to the first game. About a couple months after my parents had bought me my N64 for Easter, we were at a Walmart with my grandmother, and I saw South Park in one of those dumpster bins and asked if I could have it. And my grandma was so kind and bought it for me. Now, keep in mind, I was only about 8 or 9 here. So anyway, we get home and I'm eager to play it. Being a huge fan of the movie, I raced to my room and popped it in. My first reaction was, the hell are these bleeps? They weren't in the movie. Soon after, I asked my grandma if she wanted to see it. Of course, she said. And this is what she was greeted with.
Hey, dumbass, over here! I am so pissed! You butt licker! Sons of bitches! Why, you dirty motherfucking piece of shit!
Now, if you're not following, a 50-something-year-old grandmother just bought her 8-year-old grandson a game that's intended for adults. The amount of shock and embarrassment she must have felt that day.
Okay, the story is there's a comic coming towards South Park that's creating a bunch of shit, and the boys get to battle said shit. Pretty standard story for its time, especially when you consider how simple South Park was at the beginning of its life, and the same goes for the graphics. This is something I see that always gets brought up about this game, is that the graphics are horrible, and I don't understand this argument. Yes, the graphics were pretty simple compared to the other N64 games, but look at its source. The show is pretty simple in its art style. Anyone who ever brings this up needs a punch in the mouth, seriously. So when you start, you get to pick which kid you want to play with. Don't get your hopes up, there isn't any difference between them and you're going to be switching through them constantly anyway, so pick which one is getting the snowball. Now the first thing you're going to do is stop! Pause and go to the options and switch the crosshairs on. You're going to need it as there's no lock-on feature and hey, I see what you did there.
Crude. I like it.
Do you like it?
I like it.
The main goal of the game is get from point A to point B, and along the way you'll be killing hordes of enemies as well as meeting up with the 3 boys you didn't pick. I'll get this out of the way now. Each one of them can only carry 2 weapons at a time, so obviously you want to meet up with all of them as you'll have up to 8 weapons. But this aspect is kind of pointless. Other than the first episode, certain doors won't even open unless you have all 4 of them. Honestly, I think they did this just so you can have the novelty of hitting the boys and making them swear.
Do you like it?
Kinda.
Now you have 3 forms of enemies. Minions, tanks, and a boss at the end of each episode. First one deals with turkeys, then clones, and then aliens. Obviously inspired by some of the episodes. And then we got TV robots and killer toys. I gotta admit, I could have seen South Park actually making an episode based on either of these enemy types back in the day, so consider me somewhat impressed. The main idea here is that you want to prevent the tanks from reaching the town of South Park, which in some cases are already in the fucking town. Either way, you don't want them to reach this sign. It's no biggie if they do though. Unlike most games that would probably give you a game over, here you'll be sent to a penalty round to finish them off. Fuck up here though, then it's over. And can we talk about the music for a bit? Sure, it doesn't have a big soundtrack, but the ones it does have are so catchy and fitting for this game. And all original tracks too. So awesome.
So you may be thinking, hey, this random asshole on my screen may be onto something. We should get this game and praise it. God, no. Don't do it. Please don't. Just don't do it. The crazy people will get me, you know? Internet people. If you spread this crap around, they will kill me. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna show you some footage of what you're gonna be doing 85% of the time.
I'm gonna play the footage of the crap gameplay as the common site goes down. Not making fun of the psychos. Really? Not. Back to me.
No. This is great design. Does it look fun to you? No. Got a rug burn on my ass, and chances are if I wasn't wearing pants, there'd be a skid mark. Went from here to here.
It's so deceiving, too. When you first start, you think, hey, this is gonna be awesome. I'm actually playing in South Park. Then the minute you leave the town to battle wave after wave of turkeys, you start to see it rear its ugly head, and guess what? This mountain setting, you're gonna see it a lot. And then there's the fog. Holy fuck, the fog. South Park had to be one of, if not the worst offender of this. This is ridiculous. You're not gonna see anything beyond 12 to 15 feet in front of you. Now, this never really bugged me, especially as I became more familiar with the game, but I completely understand why it would aggravate most people. You know, for a game that's very linear, it's amazing how quickly one can get lost in these levels because of the fog. Now, for the actual gameplay, you know, the shooting. The era when console first-person shooters hit their stride thanks to games like GoldenEye. You know, there were standards at this point. You better have met those standards. South Park doesn't, but it's something you don't notice right away. At first, you don't have to worry about hitboxes. Even with the turkey boss who does have one, it's not hard to hit it in the ass. No, you start to notice this around the time you reach the second boss. Trying to hit this bastard in the eye is a nightmare if you don't have the right weapons thanks to the stupid hit detection. More of that in a bit. This is why I said turn the crosshairs on, cause good luck trying to hit some of these cocksuckers without it. This game could have easily benefited from having a lock-on feature, cause aiming is stiff, and for a genre that's heavy on accuracy, you think this would have crossed their minds, especially when they have an arc in their shots. And especially with these stupid-ass toys, they're so fucking small it's hard enough as it is to properly hit them. They gotta throw in planes and cars too.
Nope, I'm not playing this anymore. Fuck those toys, they were a stupid-ass idea. Fuck, so damn fucking hard to hit, fuck you.
What's happening, bro?
This game has gotten way too fucking aggravating. Those damn toys are too hard to fucking hit. I can't do it, I swear. If I keep fucking playing, I'm gonna end up punching something. Like you. Yeah.
Getting a little paranoid, are we? Chill out!
I guess he's right. I mean, I only got the final boss left to deal with.
Okay, big toy dude thing? You're gonna die, motherfucker. Taste those eggs. Hey! He can recharge his health? That's fucking bullshit. You know what? Screw this. Fucking Bobby Bird cheat. Oh my god, now you're not even damaging him here. This is ridiculous. I'm in God mode and I still can't beat him? Yeah, fuck you.
Well, this part should be fun. I get to show you guys awkward footage of me trying to control two characters at the same time. Isn't it fun not having friends?
Now, you think with a game like this, they couldn't possibly fuck up the multiplayer, right? They did. But I think with ground rules, you could have a good time. Without them, you won't have any teeth left after the session. Everyone remembers Oddjob, right? And everyone remembers how much of a little bitch you were for picking him due to him being a midget for whatever reason, right? How would you feel if they multiplied the motherfucker by like 10 and included 2 super Oddjobs? Terrified? Good. You should be. This shit's scary. Especially Ike and Starvin' Marvin. Now, I can appreciate that the developers actually tried to compensate for their size being outrageous with lowering their health, but it don't matter. You ain't hitting them. Nope, doesn't matter. It ain't fucking happening. I don't give a shit what you say. It's like trying to hit the ducks in Duck Hunt with a broken gun. You may get lucky and get your shot, but chances are you'll just feel anger brewing inside as you continue to miss and you have someone laugh at you for it. This is why I say there should be ground rules here. The kids obviously have the advantage over the adult characters, and what the fuck is that? Is that lock-on technology? Thank you for including this for the cow launcher. There's nothing more satisfying than shooting a cow on the one's face, but Christ! Don't you think this would have been a nice feature for every weapon?
And that's all I really want to talk about this game. I still got 2 more to make fun of. Well, 1. I kind of like the next one. Next up is Chef's Luv Shack.
Well, the presentation is clearly 2D and completely faithful to the art style of the show. What? Who knew there was some actual talent here? Now, the idea of this game seems to have been based off the actual shack that appeared in the first game. Oops. Gotta talk about it. Alright, in some levels you could visit Chef's Luv Shack. Apparently it was used to give the player hints. Nope, it did nothing of the sort. Just a cutscene that you could barely understand half the time because of the obnoxious bum 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 music drowns out what they're saying.
So you turn obnoxious cutscene into an awesome party game. Why, you turn the cum dump into a game show with minigames. Statement of the year right there.
The goal here is to answer questions and win minigames to achieve the highest score after 2 to 8 rounds. And at random times, you'll be chosen to partake and double down. This adds a risk versus reward to your question where you can either puss out and stick with the 500 points or bet up to 6,000 points depending on how much you have to bet with. Wheel of 4 choices makes something random happen to you whether you're adding or losing points, playing a single player minigame, or going to the pressure round that has you answering A or B questions to properly probe Cartman in 20 seconds. Oh, you're Cartman, you say? Well, you're fucked literally as you are visually. You ain't playing it. Fuck you. In my opinion, if you're a fan of South Park, you owe it to yourself to at least play this once. It might not have been as good as Mario Party in terms of content and minigames, but I can guarantee I spent just as many hours on Luv Shack as I did Mario Party 2. When you have someone to play with, it's never a dull moment. The pace is so streamlined, I think a full 8 rounds will only take you about half an hour to clean as things are constantly moving, and it never feels like it drags on or overstays its welcome. Minigames may not be the greatest we ever seen as they're usually complete rip-offs of classics like Donkey Kong or Asteroids, but I find it had enough South Park charm for me to not really care. They serve their purpose to keep things from getting stale quickly. The only thing that I can see catching people off guard are the questions themselves. For a South Park game that focuses on trivia, you think the questions would be related to the show, right? Nope, you're a dumbass. I mean, it's actually pretty rare for those types of questions to show up. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be everyday life trivia, and you're totally not a dumbass for thinking otherwise. Really? I was only kidding. The only thing is, there isn't a lot of questions, and you'll soon find yourself repeating them pretty quickly, and knowing exactly what the answer is before the question even shows up. And the same goes for the minigames, but I admit, I kinda prefer it this way. But this is just blind biasness at this point. Credibility gone, unsubscribe, dislike, and nasty comment. Oh, blow me. No, I like it this way because it means it's more fast-paced. It actually can be really fun trying to buzz in the quickest and pissing off your friends because you had the faster trigger finger. Plus, I compare this to something like Fortune Street. When everyone knows what they're doing, and there isn't any pauses, it's a great time. But when you're waiting on someone because someone's new or can't make up their damn mind, it's fucking boring as hell. But for the amount of praise I have just given it, it all comes at a huge price. This game fucking sucks if you're on your own. There's no opponents, which means you can't lose, and you're essentially just playing mini-games as the questions and points are meaningless in single player. And despite how fast you can breeze through a session, it always feels like I just wasted my time. As much as I recommend this game, I only recommend it if you have friends to play with.
You know, as I've gotten older, this is a game I've really started to appreciate more. This is the type of game that you would see on Facebook nowadays. Or hell, even as a download title. A new fresh coat of paint and you'd be good to go. But no! Claim had to half-ass the game, now we can't have nice things anymore. Fucking cocksuckers.
Alright, I got one more for you today. Stupid ass not Mario Kart game. Oh, Jesus Christ, could you guys at least attempt it at making us believe you gave 2 shits? Come on, look at him. Oh, we're supposed to go now? Oops.
Oh my god! Look at that, that's amazing! The opening cutscene is bored with itself. It's not even the kind of demo we know where the player kills himself. He's literally just doing doodles in the dirt. Bravo!
You like it?
No, fuck off! Go do your cheesy music video. Get the fuck out of here.
No! I'll get what I do like about this game done first. They were a little creative with the stages. A little bit. Unlike most racing games where the goal is to pass the finish line in first place, this one will try and switch it up a bit. But even then it's repetitive. You have your natural racing stages, hold a certain item for a set time, and collect 20 of something. Fuck them. But that in a bit. And that's about it. Everything else about this game, it's crap. The biggest problem I have about this one is the control. It's crap. Now, I'm probably one of the least harsh people on video games, but if I'm having a hell of a time trying to achieve the basic movement, you better make sure everything else is top-notch. In South Park Rally, you can feel the game fighting you every time you want to turn. You know, changing direction? Something Acclaim didn't want you to do? Not in game or in life? Don't turn away from our game, we work so hard on it. Nope, you want to change your direction? You're gonna have to use your brakes to turn properly. Yeah! A racing game that makes you stop every time you want to make a somewhat wide turn. Brilliant! Include a game mechanic that goes against what the fucking game is all about.
Oh shit. Mild right turn coming up. Hit the brakes. Hit the imaginary brakes.
Now the main idea is to race through the 12 stages and unlock characters. That's it. Sure, there's multiplayer, but who the hell are you gonna get to play this with you? You aren't going to. Your friends are going to laugh at you for even suggesting it. What a fucking retard. He wants to play South Park Rally. Fuck him. Now as you play, you'll think, it's not that bad until you gets to Easter. Then you realize how horrible these controls really fucking are. Fuck eggs, fuck eggs, fuck eggs. Fuck all the little 20 moving eggs that don't have the blue ring that makes it easy to pick up, and those bunnies that steal eggs can suck my cock. Alright, so after beating it, I seem to have missed some of those unlockable characters. Ah, but I did see those pies and gold cows floating around. Maybe after I collect them, I'll unlock the rest. Hey! Get up there! Get up! Up, 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 up. Aw, fuck off, Mr. Mackey. You're seriously gonna make me restart the game and switch characters? It's sad that this is the only time you're ever gonna be able to tell that each character even has stats on the most bullshit of terms. And even after I found all the pies and cows, there were still locked characters. I guess I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm stumped.
No, this can't be right. Lose the cow days race with 100% infection. Thought we were beyond the days of bogus info.
And here's the survivor, a winner of this year's Cow Days race.
I'm speechless. I'm playing an N64 game that has cryptic unlockables. Cryptic unlockables in an N64 game. Nope. Nope, 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 no, no, no. Nope. 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 No, 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 no. I'm done.
This has been truly one of the most retarded things I've ever witnessed. Not the normal retard, the kind of retard you spell with a T. Who the hell is ever gonna figure that out? Ever! And back then, you were lucky if you could look such a thing up, and when you see it lose to unlock a character, you're fucking questioning the credibility. And that's saying something when everyone was full of shit on the internet back in the late 90s and early 2000s.
Hey, dirtbag! Thrill me!
Yo, Baron, I can dig it. The fuck do you want?
Just checking you got a handle on your new name.
You dirty... You dirty fucking bastard. Time's gonna come. You know that, right? It's gonna come.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button. That's it. Oh, and while you're at it, check out my first two videos. You might like them. Or not. Hopefully not. Please like them.